What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Banker Bros channel. Today we're going over how I built my $2,000 custom sim rig. This is a far cry from where I originally came from. I'm gonna throw up a picture right now, and I'm really happy to say that this is where I'm at now. That old setup, it was here in the same exact corner. Now, before we get into the details on this, I want to talk about two things real quick. Number one, the rest of my setup. I'm gonna throw in some B-roll right now. So you guys can see I put a lot of work into this, and I will be doing a tour video and a build video of how I put it all together real soon. So if you're interested in that, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get the notification of when I post that, which, like I said, will be very soon. The second thing I want to talk about is a GPU giveaway. So be sure to stay tuned towards the end of the video so you guys can get the details on how to win one of those GPUs. Now let's get into the details of this real quick. We've got a seat and rims from my old 2001 IS300, insert picture here. And we have a G29 base along with G29 pedals. I've got a 70mm adapter so you could use a real wheel. I actually don't like that adapter, but that's a separate video. And we've got a Soosee USB Universal handbrake along with the Thrustmaster TH8A shifter, and a Samsung fast charger just so you could charge your phone quickly when you are on this thing. And I've got a PC power supply hooked up to the seat so you could electronically adjust it as if you were in a real car, and it's all mounted up to a wood frame that I designed and made my own self. Since we're talking about wood related things, I've got a tabletop here that I DIY'd myself. Also, this was actually a bit tough to create to, match everything up and, basically create in a way that is structurally stable to hold all that weight. But it was a lot of fun to do so. And the last thing that's made out of wood up here really is the custom 2x4 PC that I created there. That is literally just the extra 2x4 that I had. I chopped it up and I made a PC case out of it. We've got 16 gigs of RAM on an Asus motherboard with a Ryzen 5 3600 and an MSI 1080 Ti, also known as the Duke. We've got 3 Planar 22-inch monitors that I went off of eBay for 130 bucks like 5 years ago. They're still running strong, so I'm still going to use them. I've got the Asus ROG bezel eliminators here, and it really does create a seamless experience. I really do like that. There needs to be a little bit more adjustment there, but it really is better than just having those big ugly bezels there. I've got a Insignia 20-inch monitor. It's random, I don't know where I got it, but I know it was for free. And that's pretty much it. The glass is from an old TV stand I had laying around. The turbo is from my old Skyline. Actually, no, sorry, I said that the opposite way. That's the old turbo from my Skyline. I've got the Route 66 thing from a road trip I went on, and the old Logitech wheel. So that's pretty much it. Not too complicated. Of course, there is tons of RGB, and it's all hooked up to Wi-Fi, so I can pretty much control it any way I want. So I really do like that. I really do think that this is something that everybody should get, because the Wi-Fi LED controllers are extremely cheap nowadays to have them set up like this. So that's pretty much it, and let's just get into the build. Today we are building an entirely new sim racing rig, so we're getting rid of everything besides the monitors and the monitor stand. Other than that, everything's being changed out. Our new budget is $1,500. This old setup was $1,000. If you haven't seen the video already, I'll put a link down in the below. But just to go over some basic specs, we've got a G27 racing wheel, a play seat challenge, Xeon, along with a 16 gigs of RAM and a 1060. We've got 3 planar monitors. They are 22 inches, 60 hertz monitors, and that's pretty much it. It's a very basic, simple setup, and it functions great. But we're now going to a new setup. We've got an AMD Ryzen 3 3300X along with a 1080 Ti. We're going to be keeping the same monitors, but we're going with the Thrustmaster T300 RS GT steering wheel, and we're going to be building this PC into that rim. And our new seat is going to be using my old seat from my IS300, and we've got some pieces of wood right over there. I got my saw, so we're about to make our own frame for free. well, only the cost of the wood. And if you're into mining and stuff like that, don't worry, more mining videos will be coming soon. All right, guys, so I'm really happy with the way it's come out. As you can see, we did a little testing, and I'm happy with the shifter, the wheel, and the pedal placement. But since those can't be moved, let's move the chair for a situation where someone really short gets on. It's perfect right now for my height, which is 5'9". So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be hooking this up to a power supply, just a normal, good old school PC power supply that obviously I don't care about this. This is like a piece of garbage. So as long as it turns on, we're gonna hook that up. We're gonna put it right underneath, and we're gonna give power to the seat. So if someone really short gets on, they could roll the seat up. Someone really tall gets on, they could roll the seat back, and they could also adjust the back part. And I think this has lumbar support too. It's very, very comfortable, far more comfortable than this thing. So let's get started on a little bit of wiring and tinkering around with what works in there and what doesn't. Alright guys, so I've got my power supply unit plugged into my chair here, and it looks really nice and neat. So this is pretty simple. You just find a plug that receives power on your seat. For me, it's this plug right here. It's a white wire and a white and black wire. The white is positive, the white and black is negative. And then the black and yellow wires on your GPU cable on your power supply is like the long ones and the easy to get ones. So I just snipped those, and then I soldered them in, and I taped them up real good. And the trick to making this whole thing work is this right here. It's a jumper that you put on your power supply. It jumps 2 wires. So all you have to do is you flip a switch, and then your power supply will turn on. So now that that's all good to go, let's flip it up, plug it in, and test it out. Right now, what I'm trying to figure out is our stand situation. So right now, we've got our monitor stand sitting on a piece of wood that's across 2 servers. It's very, you know, a budget, and overall the corner looks very messy. So what my original plan was to take that PC, build it into that rim, and then take the other 3 rims that I have sitting over there and line them all up and make a nice, cool looking monitor stand. The problem though is that if I ever have to change or maintain anything on that PC, I would literally have to disassemble everything to get the one wheel out, and it would be a real pain in the ass. Not to mention wire management is going to be another pain in the ass. So I've decided just to take the rims and create a monitor stand, and I'm going to figure out the PC separately. Alright guys, so this is the final mock-up before I actually start to make things permanent. I just wanted to get everything in here, just kind of quickly set up, just to see if I like the way it looks, and I really do. I think it looks really sharp. It looks really unique and different from other sim racing setups. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna continue staining this tabletop. I'm really happy with the way it came out. There's a lot of support in it. It could take a lot of weight, and it's freestanding, you know, like what you see is real. Like there is no supports or anything like that. All of the weight is being supported by the wheels. So I'm really, really happy with that. And I'm gonna leave the bare design design, you know. My original plan was to cut this MDF and like put it on the top, but I really like the fact that the tire is exposed and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this dark walnut stain, and I'm gonna stain it up so it breaks up the colors here. Alright guys, so a huge step is complete. We've got our wheels cleaned up. We've got the glass cleaned up. This is not the original glass I wanted to go with, but I'm going to go with this for now because I literally have it laying around. So I'm being cheap and not spending anything. So let's get the monitors put on. Alright guys, so I've got the monitors lowered so they're level with whoever's sitting in the rig. And now we need a fourth monitor because we did not have a fourth monitor before for the simple fact that the 1060 was struggling to do the triple screen already. So I did not want to push it with the fourth. So now we can use a fourth, and as you know, I have mining rigs and there will be videos coming on this stuff. As you can see, they're not on. It's hot as hell in here. We're going to be stealing this monitor from this top one right here. We don't need anything fancy. So I'm going to pull the sucker off and it's going to go up top. Alright guys, what I'm about to say sounds a little crazy, but stick with me here. I want to build a wood PC, so it'll have the same finish as the tabletop here. So I'm thinking of boxing it in, so it'll be kind of like this. And just imagine a box and then 2x4 in the back. It's not going to fill the entire back, it's going to be slotted. Or maybe it'll fill the entire back, but it won't. I'll leave a gap right here so I could run my wires nice and neatly while still keeping everything nice and hidden. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you want to win any of the GPUs you see here, all you've got to do is like, comment, and subscribe down below. This does end July 31st, 2020, and it is USA only. So keep that in mind. So if you guys have any questions about any of the stuff I did here, or if you have any game recommendations, or actually want to see any sim racing content, let me know. Put it down below. I'd be more than happy to do it. To be honest, I really haven't played on it that much, even though it's been built for quite some time now. My little cousins have played on it more than I have. I'm a casual player, and it's nice to have something like this, seeing that the car season is down, and there's no like car shows or car events to really go to right now, so it's nice to have something like this around. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the entire build process. I know I did. This was a lot of fun to do, and it came out far better than I was originally expecting it to. So be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell, and stay tuned for more tech and car content.